Master in Computer Forensic. Forensic science means the examinations and the investigations of crime using scientific methods to ensure that evidence is admissible in court. Forensic examiners have to follow a legal proceeding when collecting and handling evidence. For example, when collecting and examining blood samples, fingerprints, and other evidence, forensic examinations documents each steps to ensure that the evidence is handled in a tamper-proof manner. Finally, they present their evidence and finding along with their procedure in court. Now, digital forensic or computer forensic is a branch of forensic science primarily focusing on digital evidence such as a suspect's computer or network data, smartphones, USB, and GPS data. Now, chapter 1. Modern computer crime or cybercrime includes child pornography, fraud, terrorism, extortion, cyber talking, money laundering, forgery, and identity theft, among other. For cybercrime investigations, detectives rely heavily on digital evidence such as suspects' GPS data, smartphone data, and computer network data. The ultimate goal of a forensic investigation is to identify, analyze, reconstruct past events or activities, and to present admissible evidence to court. In 1999, Dan Farmer with Vanima, both of Tom computer security researchers and programmers, they presented the forensic process and the first computer forensic suite called the Coroner's Toolkit, or shortly called TCT, which marked the beginning of the computer forensic field. In their presentation, Farmer and Venema defined computer forensic as gathering and analyzing data in a manner as free from distortion or bias as possible to reconstruct data or what has happened in the past on a system. It's kind of long, but actually it means computer forensic investigators use forensic tools and follow appropriate procedures to collect, preserve, analyze, and report admissible evidence to court, providing or her critical judgments of exactly what has happened. The term preserve has meant to authorize that evidence evidence to court has never been modified. This is crucially important following forensic procedure, and using appropriate tools are important. The digital evidence could be tainted depending on how it was collected. and analyzed and where it was stored. Also, if you copy a file using, for examples, the Linux Unix command cp, you modified files access time which accidentally taints the evidence. It's look a type of computer forensic technology. When reconstructing evidence, the first question is, where do we extract or collect evidence from? Now, the evidence may reside in computer system, computer network, computer media, computers, peripherals. Basically, everywhere data can be in one of the three states at rest, which mean stored in a computer drive, the cloud, or a USB drive. It's a mobile phone data, in which mean data is in a computer's memory. Currently in use are data in transit, which mean moving through a network. The forensic tools that collect and analyze data at rest are different from the tools targeting to data in transit. So based on that, we can categorize computer forensic by technologists working with different type of evidence. Now, the order of step in forensic processes is collect, preserve, analyze, report. Which of the following are example of anti-digital forensic ADF? Now, answer: hiding data in image or audio file, first, and second, modifying file access time, modifying file modification time. Now, fourth number, overwriting data and metadata, renewing files by changing file extension. Technology are the two most important aspects in computer forensic. When a computer incident is confirmed, forensic investigations starts. If the suspect's machine is still on and connected to the network, how do we start? Now, the answer is, we should follow the company's incident response policies and procedures to decide whether turn off the suspect machine immediately or not. However, we should be aware that if we turn the system off, we will lose computer memory and volatile data such as logged in user PCP connections and the running processes. It's, if possible, we should collect the volatile data before turning off the machine or computer. If the suspect machine can be turned off, the second question is how to turn off the system. Now, turn off gratefully or harmfully. If you turn off the system gratefully, it ensures the system remains in a consistent state, since graceful shutdown includes fresh buffers to save information to disk, notify user and services. It's, however, intruders may have installed rootkits to destroy evidence upon receiving graceful shutdown command. For example, They may deleting certain or all files on system. You will lose volatile data including the network state such as network connections and are table along with running processes, locked users, kernel and swap space contents. If you shut down a system the forcefully by yanking the power cord, it will avoid potential loss of evidence caused by rootkits. However, it may cause data caches hard written to disk and lab data caches. Hard written to disk and lab data. Now, in a inconsistent state, and you will still lose volatile data. Comparing these two shutdown scenarios from a forensic perspective, you should always rank the power cord and you have to document every actions. The forensic procedures uh, the forensic procedure start with establish a details chain of custody. The concept for chain of custody is not new. It is to maintain a record of how evidence has been handled from the moment is what collected to the moment it was present to a court. Chain of custody items include date and the time the evidence was collected, full name and signature of each person processing uh, the evidence, and for how long, location and loggers for the evidence, and whether it was stored in a tamper-proof manner. You must document all activities and transfer uh, of the evidence from one more person to another person. If a computer size and power of then the hard drives should be removed and tagged separately from the systems. The maker model and serial number. The maker model and serial number for hard drive, and along with other description of evidence, case number and item or tag number of evidence should be recorded. Now we'll solve a question. Number 1, a backup copy contains exactly the same data as a bit image copy. True or false? It is mostly true. It is mostly true. A backup copy contains exactly the same data as a bit image copy. It is false, not true. Okay. Second number question: the chain of custody maintains a record of how evidence has been handled from the moment it was called to the moment it is presented in a court. It is presented in a court. The answer is true, definitely true, not false. Okay, we focused on digital data and and includes any information either in processes stored or in transit in the form of files, metadata like permissions and detected data. From this data, investigators will get information about individuals, determine what happened, construct timeline, and discover molecules, tools, or exploit used by the attacker. Different cybercrime and lead to different digital evidence. For example, cyber stalkers may use emails to here's their victim's computer. Hackers usually leave malware, uh, backdoors, and other activities in system log files. Child pornography have digital image, possibly hidden image, stored on their device. Volatile data requires power to maintain the stored information, like data in memory. We always acquire volatile data first because they were short-lived. To acquire volatile data, for example, narrow interface. We simple uh, we sim- simple run a command such as uh, iconfig or ipconfig, iconfiguration, or ip configuration. Mm, in Windows, IP configuration all, uh, configuration slash all greater than my Windows network setting dot txt. Now, uh, Linux. Linux, we should type in Linux ifconfig underscore a greater my Unix network setting. Okay, you will sanitize the evidence drive of the forensic machines before data acquisitions. The method of the method of wiping a hard disk will be curved layer. I'm repeat, the method of wiping or cleaning a hard disk will be curved